There's a growth slowdown lurking. Not many of us can see it. What do you see?
Well, I think both the GDP data and the employment data are very distorted right now. So first of all, on the GDP side, we saw a big run up in inventories in the fourth quarter. I still think the trend growth rate of the economy right now is running probably less than 1% in the first half of this year. And the problem is that's going to keep going over at least the next 2 years. We've got a very tight labor market, so we don't have any extra workers to throw at the economy. Productivity growth isn't that strong on a trend basis. So the economy is going to grow very slowly anyway, and the fourth quarter was something of an anomaly. And same thing with employment. I mean, remember, not seasonally adjusted, employment fell by 2.5 million people in January. Now, if you've got a very tight labor market, and this is the one time that you can actually hire somebody who just got laid off, or maybe you hire them. And equally, if you've had a really hard time finding people, maybe you don't lay them off. So I think the fact that January is always so weak in terms of employment kind of distorts these numbers. So I'm suspicious of that. What I see in the economy, though, is a lot of drag, which is going to keep this economy very slow and on the edge of recession if it doesn't fall into recession for the next 2 years.
David, this quote, slow growth, low inflation, low interest rate economy, is this 2019 again? Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, we've been on this huge roller coaster, but the interesting thing about roller coasters, you actually get off where you got on. And I think that's exactly where we're going to end up. I think we're going to end up back in the middle of the last decade with the inflation rate going down below 2% in 2024. And in the middle of this decade, the Federal Reserve is going to be muttering about how they can get inflation back up to 2%. This economy is not an inflation-prone economy. And if we just wait for this thing to work its way through, I think we'll be back in a very slow growth, low inflation environment.